Kevin Walling, a former Biden campaign surrogate, was in focus last week and said South Carolina Senator Tim Scott is the one to keep an eye on. Marie, I'll come to you next. Let's watch.
This is a guy who's won, in the Deep South, has worked with Democrats in the past, has a strong record to run on, can, kind of refocus that compassionate conservatism that we saw from George W. Bush in the 2000s. And he's at 8% in a state like New Hampshire, which is overwhelmingly white. And he's doing very well in Iowa as well. The fact that his PAC has just now announced a $40 million investment in those early states, you're going to see those numbers rise. And that, as a Democrat, is what I'm most afraid of.
In that new Fox polling, Tim Scott is gaining steam in early voting states, 11% in Iowa, 10% in South Carolina, not far behind Governor Ron DeSantis. Marie, what do you think of Kevin Walling, by the way, as a surrogate for Joe Biden this election cycle? So he's watching people very closely, and he says his biggest concern is Tim Scott.
Well, Tim Scott is certainly rising in the polls. We have seen that, and we know that other sort of second-tier Republican candidates have taken notice and started attacking him. People like Nikki Haley, people like Mike Pence. But, Harris, the polling doesn't lie, and David's right. People need to get on that debate stage. And the question is, of course, whether Donald Trump will show up. But he is double digits ahead of his closest opponents right now. And we are probably going to see, by most reporting accounts in the next few weeks, a third set of criminal indictments come down against Donald Trump. So it hasn't shifted the race yet. But I believe that there are Republican voters who are looking for an alternative to Donald Trump. The challenge has always been that there's too many options. The more other candidates are out